Hey, welcome back, everyone. Coach K flying solo. Kids are at school. I wanted to do an update on the 1983 team set that I got for Big K in his stocking. And if you recall, we were talking about in my last video, I said like how different the four cards were. That they were pure white, on a white card stock. Doesn't look aged at all. And I had mentioned, and I slipped, and I said. I thought they may have came out of the Heritage set, and that was a mistake. I didn't mean to say Heritage. What I was thinking in my mind, I was thinking of the Archives, because I know that they were using the 83 design. I think even back to 2015, I saw some cards from 2015 that had the 83 design on there. And to further to discuss it, so you can see the comparison, that I was talking about. They look so different. I said that. The card on the right, the blues are more vibrant. Everything about the card just looked brand new to me. And, even the backs, it just, nothing looked like it was aged. But it turns out that it is the correct card from 1983, and I'll get into that in a second. I'm not an expert by any means. I am a casual collector. And these are just, stocking stuffers. I'm not out there running and buying Mickey Mantles and all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm spending $2 to $3 for a team set, $1.50 and then shipped. And it was nice. So sometimes, if I make a comment and I'm incorrect, it's just because I'm not an expert. And like I said, I don't claim, if you're here because you're looking for expert advice on cards, you need to seek out another channel. I am not an expert. I am a casual collector. And this channel was designed for entertainment of watching the journey of my son, Kadeen, and Julia, and their progress and evolution from their collections. And obviously we're discussing cards, so I'm learning as I go with some stuff. I'm a big Ted Williams collector, so most of my knowledge is going to come from Ted Williams cards. Not every year, even like when we do our pack breaks, I think I stated in one of the videos, I'm like, man, if the year's not on there, I really don't know. But I am now pretty familiar with the 1988 Don Russ pack, or the 88 or the 89, because I've received a few of them now. And because I don't know, from that big case, from the bin that we got from our cousin, there must be 2,000 of those cards in there. So now I'm getting pretty familiar with that set. But, excuse me, sorry about that, folks. But as you can see, from a casual collector, you could definitely tell the cards are different. So, mistakenly, I said that I believe that these may have been reprint or, from a different set, which, can be understandable. So, please don't send out the lynch mob for me for making an incorrect comment. But I got two really nice comments from users. One was Darren Starr Card Entertainment, and I'll post it in the description, both of them. And he sent me a really nice comment that gave me a bunch of information on it, that in 1983, it was the first year. Let's go back one more time. Before his comment, a user named CSP had mentioned that if it had a T in the number, that it was for traded. No, I didn't know that, so that was really cool to learn that. So you can see 15T, 12T. So it's that it's from the traded set. So that was like a nice piece of information that I learned. And again, like I said, this is an evolution, and I'm learning as I'm going as well. And then a couple comments later from Darren Starr Card Entertainment really brought to light exactly what's the deal with the 1983 set. In the 1983 set, it was the first year Topps printed their traded set on white cardstock, which would explain why these cards are so different than, why they don't look like they're aged at all. So we'll put them back together so you can see it. And as for a casual collector, if you're not an expert, you could see how that would throw you off. So that was really nice to hear that, that was the first year that they did that. Also, they were printed in Ireland, he stated. And then in 1984 is when the Topps Tiffany came out, which was also printed in Ireland. So that was really good information. And neither user or subscriber or, whatever you want to, follower or, what do we call them? Yeah, I don't know what to call them on YouTube. Member, I suppose. That's the kind of comments I enjoy. I love knowledge. I tell my kids all the time, from Schoolhouse Rock, knowledge is power. And I absolutely love learning. And I love the community when they chime in and they're not rude and they're not disrespectful. And they're like, oh, you know what? Those are 1983 traded. That was the first year that they used white cardstock. And then the next year in '84 was when the Topps Tiffany came out. They were printed in Ireland. That's what I like to hear. That's the kind of stuff that that I want to see from our users and what I want to share with our subscribers. I know there's only a couple people that chimed in about it, so maybe a lot of you don't know, but hopefully now we're all a little bit wiser today, and that's pretty cool. So I did not know that. So 1983, first year that they printed out their traded sets on a white cardstock, and then 1984 is when the Tiffany set came out. So pretty cool. Thank you, Darren, Star Card Entertainment, and CSP for the knowledge. I really appreciate that. You're helping me, and by helping me, you're helping me pass on the information to other people and my son and my daughter. So now my next topic of discussion is why we started this channel. When we first started this, so make a long story short, last year, our Elf on the Shelf elves brought Big K, my son, a box of cards, and they were scored, 91 scored, or maybe 1990 score, or something like that. I thought it was a garage sale find, and it was a garage sale find kind of cards. So his elf brought those, and it was his first time getting cards because he started talking about baseball cards and wanting to collect, and it was a chance for me to teach him with some beat-up cards on how to hold cards, how to treat them, how to take care of them. Because obviously I wasn't going to break up my Ted Williams cards and start teaching my son with, high-dollar cards. And for me, a high-dollar card is $50 to $100. Even $20 is a high-dollar card for a kid, in my opinion. But through that process, he learned for a year. And then this year, he really got into collecting the cards. So we started doing it. And how else can you learn besides reading? I started researching on YouTube and looking for card collectors and card channels, and that's how we found Jab's family, and we found Eric. And because he was in, Olivia, his daughter, is in a lot of his videos, Kadeen became very interested in, and it was a channel that he really enjoyed watching. And then my daughter started watching, because it was a family-based style of video and entertainment. And Eric is, like, if you wanted, I said this numerous times, if you want somebody who's a real expert at this, like, Eric is what I would call an expert. His knowledge of the cards is really insane. I know I've said that a bunch of times. So we started watching his videos. And then in one of his videos, he mentions Patreon. Check out my Patreon page, become a subscriber. And I had no idea what that was. So, kids go off to bed, they brush their teeth, they go off to bed, and I go on this, Patreon, and I'm looking at it, and you can see it's a subscriber-based, you make donations to a monthly donation, and, there's tiers, like the low ones, like, I think it's like $3 is his, and, each tier you get a little bit more. So it's kind of like a subscription box almost. So, once you get to around the $10 or $15, I think maybe it might be $9 or $10. And please just check out I'll put his Patreon link on the thing so you can find it, but it was like, if you subscribed X amount of dollars, you would receive X amount of dollars in return in merchandise, cards, not merchandise, I guess merchandise, but, cards and collectibles, he'd send you a pack or something or whatever. So, as you went down, they would get, each tier would get better. So you get down to his top tier, which I believe is called the Hall of Famer or something like that. It was $100. And for $100, and I guess I should have printed that out, but I guess I'll put it in the subscription. Basically, it's the top tier. You get a ton of stuff. You get a ball, you get cards, you get, he tries to put together $100 or more worth of memorabilia for you. So knowing that my kid, and then he just, you tell him what team that you're into, so, he would send it. So knowing that my son wanted to start collecting, and we enjoyed the channel so much, I went back and I talked to my wife, Christine, and I said, what do you think about this? I said, we could help this guy out, and, we could support his channel. And it'd be like a subscription-based box that Kadeen would get every month. And I guess, and on the top tier, you get to go to a Pittsburgh game. You get to go to a Pirates game with Eric and try to get balls, pre-game. Or he said, you could collab in a video. And, we didn't have a YouTube channel. So after my wife and I discussed it, and I guess there's more to the story, but I'll leave that for another time. The reason why we went with the $100 a month, it has to do with Julia and what her her lifestyle is, and I don't guess lifestyle, but her extracurriculars as compared to my son. And that, again, will lead into the Olympic stuff, why she collects Olympic things. And I'll get to that in another video. I didn't want to make this video extra long, and I wanted to make sure that, I covered a little bit. So we agreed to it, and Eric sends me my first email, thanking me, and asking me, since we're a sponsor, what can he put, at the end of his channel, at the end of his videos, we become an official sponsor, will be announced at the end of each video. So originally I just like, well, I don't know if you want to just put a shout out to the teams that I coach, the Phantoms and the Banshees, or, I said, I've owned, so a little bit of my backstory is I'm a professional hitting instructor. People pay me to teach their kids how to hit and play baseball. And I had two schools. I had one that was called USA Fast Pitch, and my other school was called On Deck. I no longer own those, and currently am looking for a property to open up. And we have moved, and I'll get into that later. But I'm looking to open up another training facility with a couple other coaches that I train with and help my teams. So I said, well, maybe you could just put my name out there. I said, it's not going to get me nobody from YouTube is going to come for hitting lessons, but, just throw my name out there and, maybe at least get it searched or, what have you. And then, that was that. So then like a couple days later, my kids always watch, it's funny, my kids always watch kids opening up and reviewing toys on YouTube, and they actually sometimes play like they're doing that. They pretend they're doing reviews and box openings and all this stuff. And my kids are limited to their time, their screen time. They actually don't even get to go on, get any kind of screen time during school. So Monday through Thursday, 0 screen time. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they get 2 hours. I know I'm a miser, right? I'm mean and only allow my kids to do so much electronics, but it really comes down to we just don't have time to really do. We're so busy, every day there's something. So I said to my wife, what if we started a YouTube channel? And it's like, what are you going to do? I don't know. I said, how about we just we just record, them collecting their cards and going through and just, teaching kids how to handle cards. And I never really expected, to grow or get big. I'm shocked that it's as big, and even though 230 subscribers really isn't big, but that's way bigger than I ever thought it would ever get. And, now we're trying to get to 1,000, because at least at 1,000, then we can monetize it. And I think it's like $100 or $200 a month, which would be fun for the kids to, be able to buy some extra stuff and do more videos and that kind of thing. So I sent another email back to Eric, and I said, you know what? I said, we're going to start a channel. And I said, and I made it, and it was Big K's, cards and collectibles. And, we were just going to make it a family channel. So our channel is really designed for family fun. And it's designed for, and if you read the description, it talks about, my kids and their progression, through collecting. So, don't take every single thing I say to heart that it's 100% accurate. I'm going to make mistakes. All right. Like I said, I'm a casual collector, and I don't mean to mislead, and I'm never going to say anything that's going to, like ruin the industry, I'm never going to misguide you to something. I might make a mistake and say, oh, these look like they came out of the Heritage, and I meant to say archives. And basically all I was trying to convey was they look like they're a card that was, they reprinted or whatever, because they looked so different than the other cards. And then, that led to, learning more about the cards, which was great, and which is exactly what I wanted out of this channel. So many of the followers are you guys are awesome, and you give me so much support, and the knowledge that you guys pass back and forth. That's great, and that's kind of what we were trying to get out of the channel. I wasn't looking to, all right, listen, this is this, that's that, and this is what you need to do, and it wasn't that. This card's worth X amount of dollars. I'm not that guy, and I'm not that channel. There are tons of channels out there that can give you that information. It's not going to be my channel. Our channel, I don't want to say my channel. Our channel is designed for fun and designed for kids to be able to watch it. And that's why we did the chewing gum challenge, and all that kind of silliness. And just talk about baseball cards and baseball memorabilia, because in the end, that's what it really comes down to, is the enjoy of talking and collecting. If I paid $3 too much for a card, I try to keep up. I look in back, and I do look at book prices. I do look at sold auctions on eBay, and sold auctions on eBay, in my opinion, is probably one of the best ways to judge prices of cards because book values aren't the end all be all for judging something that is. But like I said, it could book at 10 and be selling for 30, and then I've seen stuff that's booked for 50 that's selling for $10 or $15. So don't use me as a guide. We're not a guide for pricing or anything like that, or grading. I think like somebody even made a comment. One of the rude comments I had to delete was I mentioned that my 58 Ted, I had the 258 Ted Williams, and one was graded a 4, which the face was really beat up and scarred, and then the other one I got was much better, but it had a little bend on a corner. And he basically was saying, I can't even believe that you would send it off to be graded. It's got a bent corner, and you think it's going to become a 6. Okay, calm down. I simply just said, it's much better than the card that I got graded that came back as a 4. And it was just a casual observation. Wow, I may send this one out. It looks way better than this one. Okay, it's got a bent corner. All right, I didn't know that that's going to drop the value below a 4 because it had a bent corner. Because, I don't know. I'm guessing by just comparing the two cards. So I don't want... don't go by what I say as being 100% set in stone that this is gonna grade at this value. And I'm beginning on this side of it. I'm a beginner on Ted Williams' side, as far as what the prices go, and that I know my knowledge there is a lot higher. My true expertise is in the game itself and coaching, hitting instruction and pitching instruction and infield, defense and offense. That's where my expertise comes in. I'm not a professional card collector. I collect with my son because it's fun. I collect with my daughter because it's fun. And you should tune into our channel because it's fun, or at least I hope it's fun for you guys. I don't want you to think... don't come here thinking I'm going to be the encyclopedia for baseball cards. I'm not. We're not. This is just supposed to be a fun channel, to just break from the monotony of card break after card break after card break, and discussion of this is off centered by this and the corner is this. And there's tons of channels out there, and there's nothing wrong with those. I just wanted a lighthearted channel where we could trade cards, collect cards, buy cards, and I could show off what we're getting. And just have a little bit of fun with it, because I didn't know what else to do with being a sponsor for Jab's family. So we started this channel to have fun with it. And I figured, well, he's got 15,000 subscribers. I'm sure I can get some subscribers that'll, the faithful ones will come over. And we have. I got so many. Thank you for the ones that come over and they say, hey, man, Eric sent me over here. You guys are awesome. Man, I love getting those. Those are my favorite subscribers, because I know you're doing it because you just love cards. And that's the other thing. We're trying to reach out to other small YouTubers to try to collab with them and say, hey, you want to do a trade? And, we'll feature your channel on our channel, and maybe you could feature our channel on your channel, and we could, trade some cards. And basically that is it. I'm just looking to have fun with this. I'm not looking to be the educator to everyone on cards. If there's a chance where I can, like we talked about today with these cards, I will. If I see something that I know is a fake, like the thing I did with the forgery with the home run thing, I knew it was a forgery, and I knew that it would probably be a pretty good conversation piece to bring onto the channel and start talking about. I knew it was going to generate conversation. That I think I was going to get negative comments and be called stupid? No. But I guess as we go, that's going to be expected, and probably the bigger we get, or the more subscribers we get, and hate, like they say, haters are going to hate, and the nice people will be nice. That's just how it is. But in the end, our channel is for fun. My son doesn't even know that he's subscribed, that we're doing the box for him. So there's going to be a big reveal coming soon for him, that he's going to get to go meet Eric and get to go to a game with Eric and Shag Balls. He has no idea. So that is coming up, and I wanted to get that out there before the box came, and hopefully, the first one's going to be here probably any day now, because Eric, I believe, is having his surgery tomorrow. So I'm sure he delivered, went to the post office prior. So we'll be getting it soon. And I think we're going to hold off because it's actually going to be a Christmas present. Or I'm sorry, not a Christmas present, a birthday present for Kadeem. So we figured this is a great birthday present for my son, and it goes to a great cause helping Eric. And in return, what do? Okay, well, let's start a channel and let's just talk about cards and baseball, because that's what I love. I love baseball. I love it. Absolutely. It's been my entire life. And I'll go more when we do individual backgrounds in history. And I'll do a video on just me, and I'll do a video just on Julie, and I'll do a video on Kadeen. They're interesting videos, and I hope that you guys it's interesting information, not videos. So hopefully you are enjoying the channel. I hope that you're having fun, because that's what we're trying to do here, is just have fun with it. And that's pretty much it. Look for the big reveal. It'll be posted in there. The big, Big K's big reveal or big present or whatever. I'll figure out a name for it when the time comes. But again, thank you for watching. Darren Star Card Entertainment CSP, thank you so much for the information and the knowledge. And anytime that you guys have knowledge to drop in that comment section, man, please do so. We're all better for it. Okay? And subscribe if you haven't done so. Give us a comment, give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, give the thumbs up, everything that my kids do at the end of their video, and look for our 500 subscriber giveaway. Once we reach 500, trust me, guys, you're not going to want to miss out on a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That's going to be a bombshell of a giveaway. I guarantee it, and you're going to want to be in it. So let's get to 500, and then we could push for the 1,000. And again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate everything.